The bulldozer's engine roared like thunder as I watched from my porch, dust swirling, men in bright vests hammering stakes right into my pasture. My cattle scattered, terrified, I yelled, "Who told you you could build here?" One man shrugged. The HOA approved it. Said this land's part of the new community trail. Community trail? My ranch had been private land for 3 generations, and there she was, Linda Hayes, the HOA president, standing by her SUV with that smug little smile, clipboard in hand. "Don't worry, Greg," she said sweetly. "It's for everyone's benefit." But she didn't realize something. This land wasn't just mine by title. It was protected by a clause she could never touch. So when they crossed my fence line, they didn't just trespass, they triggered a legal war that would cost her everything, because Linda had no idea who she was dealing with. Before the chaos, life on my ranch was simple. Mornings started with black coffee, a walk by the fence line, and the sound of wind through the cottonwoods. I kept to myself, fixed my fences, and minded my business. The HOA didn't bother me, and I didn't bother them. My father used to say, "Respect the land, and it'll protect you." I believed that, until the new HOA board came in. They had big plans for beautification and community access. But out here, beauty wasn't concrete paths or benches. It was open sky and freedom. I never thought I'd have to fight to keep that. But when Linda became president, peace was the first casualty. Linda Hayes, the self-proclaimed queen of the cul-de-sac. She'd only lived here 2 years, but she acted like she owned the county. She'd strut around with her clipboard, writing up violations for paint colors, mailbox heights, even how long someone's truck was parked. I tried being polite, offered her coffee once when she stopped by to inspect my gate. She refused, saying, "We'll be making some community improvements soon. You'll thank me later." Her kind of improvements always meant trouble for someone else, and I became her next target. When she realized my property line blocked her dream project and a scenic walking trail to impress potential buyers, that's when she decided my land wasn't mine anymore. It started small, at letters claiming part of my pasture was communal space. Then came the threats of fines if I didn't remove obstructions. By obstructions, she meant my fence, the same fence my father built in 1979, the one that marked the true boundary of our deeded ranch. Next thing I knew, surveyors showed up with orange flags saying the HOA had redrawn the borders. I laughed. You can't redraw what's already written in county records. But they didn't listen. A week later, construction crews rolled in, tearing through my property, flattening grass and cutting through my irrigation line. I called the sheriff, but Linda had paperwork, fake permits, all stamped and signed. She'd forged a whole project approval. That's when I realized this wasn't ignorance. It was theft, and I was about to fence them out, and for good. I went quiet for a week. Let Linda think she'd won. Meanwhile, I pulled every deed, easement map, and survey I'd ever filed. My grandfather had been smart. He'd written a restricted boundary clause that locked this land under a perpetual private use covenant, meaning no HOA could ever claim it. I spent 3 nights building. Not just a fence, a fortress. 12 feet of solid oak reinforced with metal posts running the entire property line. When Linda showed up, her jaw dropped. "You can't do this," she screamed. "Oh, I already did," I said, handing her a copy of the covenant. "This land was never yours to touch." Then I showed her the kicker. I'd filed a complaint with the county and the state land registry. Her permits? Fraudulent. Within a month, the HOA's insurance dropped them, the project was halted, and Linda was under investigation for falsifying documents. Her trail turned into a legal sinkhole that cost her board nearly $300,000 all because she tried to steal an acre that was never hers. The day they packed up the bulldozers, I stood by my new fence, a proud, calm, and a little sad it had to come to that. Linda avoided me after that, resigned before the next HOA meeting. Rumor had it she moved out 2 towns over, still fighting lawsuits. As for me, I restored the pasture, replanted the grass, and replaced the irrigation line myself. I put up a small wooden sign on the fence. It read, "Private land protected by legacy." Every time I walk past it, I think of my dad's words, "Respect the land and it'll protect you." Turns out, he was right. The HOA took my peace for a while, but in the end, The land and the law took it right back. Never underestimate the quiet ones. We're not always looking for trouble, but we sure know how to end it when it finds us. Linda thought she could rewrite the rules. But the fence I built didn't just stop her bulldozers. It stopped her arrogance cold.